This channel supports 8-Bit Salute and Operation Supply Drop. Please help us raise money to help support our men and women in service throughout the world. Operation Supply Drop, making fun where there is none.
What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and just got home from work, but wanted to put this video together really quick to talk about Patreon and why you, as a fan of content creators, should invest in it, and why it's also not a bad thing that the content creators that you follow are asking for your help. Now, I've done videos before talking about how I've always had a hard time asking for help. You know, that's just me. I don't like the feeling of accepting a quote-unquote handout. But what I've come to realize as time has gone on and I've matured is that when you're trying to create something, when you're trying to build a brand, build a business, however you want to call it, and yes, YouTube is a business. If you're someone who's very passionate and serious about making this something that you can do for a living, it is a business, and with business there's expenses, there's costs. Of course, coming out of your own pocket is always the better solution, because you will feel like you don't owe anybody. Lack of debt, you know, being indebted to someone is always a good thing, but at the same time, sometimes you're gonna need help. It's not a inexpensive hobby whatsoever. Yes, I know a lot of people will tell you it's the easiest thing in the world. You don't need to have a lot of money to do that. But see, the thing is, that's only true if your ambitions or your goals lie in a place where the bare minimum is good enough. For some of us, we want to expand on our ideas and do bigger and better things, create more quality content, be able to take advantage of certain opportunities that can help make your brand much more established. There's a lot of things going on in the background that some people don't want to acknowledge or don't care to be a part of. Some of us, we really do want to. Me, for instance, I've started the other network to try to build a more community-based, media-driven site. Try to establish things with interviews, podcasts, things like that, and then try to get that stuff out to as many people as possible, make you connect with as many content creators of all walks, not just YouTube, musicians, painters, what have you. But doing that stuff, it definitely does cost. You know, establishing podcast hosting, that costs money. Building a website, that costs money. So you kind of want a return on your investment, not necessarily so you could be rich or anything like that, but because you want to be able to continue to fund it and make it grow. So if you're really into a content creator, why wouldn't you want to help them grow and become better? Now, of course, we all know not everybody can afford everything, but at the same time, there are ways that you can support your content creator that won't break your bank, and that's where Patreon comes in to the mix. That's why I tell people now, try to establish a Patreon page and promote it. And that's something that I'm starting to do a lot more heavily myself, because here's the thing about Patreon in comparison to other avenues, and you know, there are other things that are similar to Patreon that I also encourage you to look into, but the thing I like about Patreon is the fact that it has a really low buy-in option, so to speak, when you want to become someone who pledges and is willing to give financial support. Most Patreon pages, you'll notice, just say $1 a month pledge. That's really not a lot to be asking for. You know, you'll see people with goals like maybe $1,000 a month, $500 a month, but not expecting you to chip in all of that or a majority of that. Generally speaking, they just say donate $1 or pledge $1 a month, and that's it. See, I had this because I bought this morning. This was about $2, maybe $2 and change after tax. So if I don't get that and I take the $2 and do what I have done, honestly, which is I invest in Big Fry TV and I invest in Digital Boundaries for $1 a month. You know, I can live without this, to be quite honest. I don't really need it. I'm fat enough. You know, it's something I enjoy, but at the end of the day, when I look at how my money's spent, sacrificing the $2 for that and giving the $2 to two people who are trying to build something and try to accomplish a dream, I think I get more out of being a part of something like special like that. Watching people grow, become like better at their craft, pursue their dreams and things like that. Because we all have dreams, we all have passions. Some of us say fuck it and just don't want to be bothered with the stress and strain of trying to accomplish that. Some of us, you know, we're still pursuing it, but we're not there. And some of us have achieved it. The thing is, if you had a support system, think about how far you would go. In some cases, some of us, you know, I can say from experience, have never really had a big support system. Not necessarily a big support system, but even a small support system. Just a bunch of people rallying around me. Until recently, that's something I never really experienced. But now I know how that feels. I want to give that feeling back to other people, and that's where Patreon, to me, does a lot. Because, again, that dollar, that one fucking dollar that I spend on garbage for my body, is going to something bigger and better. This is why I say you should support your, you know, your content creators, people who you like are really into their art, their music, and everything like that. You know, it's not you giving them a handout. It's not them taking your money from. People have a really bad misconception about when people set up Patreon, what it's for. It's not for you to be their financial crutch to support them so they don't have to get a job. It's so that they could build what they're doing into a profession. You know, so I don't get why people don't think that's good. I mean, think about the $1 bag of chips that you got, of Doritos that give you like 10 chips in a bag. Think about the $1 fry that you got from McDonald's that you really didn't need, but you really wanted a $1 fry, you know. Stuff like that. You know, my boy Eurostrix, he said it best. If you just took some of that money that you would spend on fast food and put it towards something much more worthwhile, you wouldn't miss it. Because it's just one thing that you don't necessarily need. Take it off your list. It's something that can help provide someone else, you know, the help they need. Or yourself. Because I know me personally, I am pledged to myself. Because why not take that dollar that, again, I would probably spend on more of these and reinvest it back into myself, you know. That's why I invest in Big Fry and Digital Boundaries, you know. And I don't really have a lot of money, but again, I'm willing to spend it on that. Why not spend it on something much more better? You know what I mean? And again, it's only $1. If it's not going to kill me to spend that $2 on this damn candy, it ain't going to spend me the $2 a month to spend on someone whose work I admire, appreciate, and who I want to see grow and do better and bigger things. You know what I mean? That's why I like content creators. Seriously, start making Patreon pages. Put some effort into those. Make sure that you like let people know what you're doing, what you're all about, and let your friends know. And if you need a sales pitch, please feel free to use this as a sales pitch, because to me it just makes 100% sense that and you know, a lot of us say we want to support, we want to help, but we don't really have a lot of money. Again, if you can just give $1, that's fine. You're not gonna miss that dollar. It's $1 that I don't think that would hurt you that much. Now, I'm not saying anybody who's in some dire financial situation to start pledging to a bunch of people, but you guys know what I mean. Because a lot of us, I mean, we are on here buying all these games, clothing, shoes, and stuff like that. Again, that dollar is less than the tax of what you spend on a video game. Kick it over to somebody who you really do appreciate and you want to help. That's my whole thing. But I'm gonna stop rambling on. I just want to get that off my chest really quick. So, and I'm gonna put Big Fry and Digital Boundaries Patreons in the description. Check those guys out. You'll probably like them. And just sound off on any YouTuber, artist, musician that you know of, and put that in the comment section. And I bet you I could probably reply to you with the Patreon page for most of them, and you'll realize, hell, I could be helping this dude become the next big music artist. I could be helping this, like, you know, woman get the material she needs to paint the next great piece of artwork. You know, think of it just how much you can help serve other people. But I don't know. I guess we're in such a much more self-serving time that this may fall on a lot of deaf ears. But hey, as you can see, I'm very passionate about it, and that's why I did this, because I really, really want people to start thinking in those means. If people thought of those means, think about all the stuff we can do, helping content creators. Hell, put it in charity terms. You guys know how I am with charity. $1 for the charity from everybody. Think of how big that is. And it doesn't take a lot of people. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it. My goals are $100. I have a couple of thousand subscribers. Only 100 of them just decided, you know, here's $1. You've helped me reach the money that I need to be able to get the content out there the way I wanted to get the materials I need to improve, to keep things going. You know what I mean? But maybe I'm speaking a little too logical for some people. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm done rambling. As always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll holler at you later. I'm going to go get all these work clothes now. All right, y'all. Deuces.